again, guys, it's Erin from ePapery. That's E-P-A-P-E-R-E. Our shop is on Etsy if you'd like to shop for us, but today I'm continuing my series on thrift store hauls. Again, this is kind of a stash builder a video series for those that like to recycle, upcycle, or you're just starting to, get into junk journaling. You're trying to build your stash. You don't have a large budget to work with. Here's some ways that you can build your stash of supplies without breaking the bank. So this is volume 2. I have another video where I walk through my fabric haul from this last weekend. And this is where I'm going to walk through kind of everything else that I got. To recap, I went shopping at 3 stores. I shopped at a Goodwill, a St. Vincent De Paul, and a Half Price Books. You can shop at any thrift store, garage sales, estate sales. The point here is to get creative about what you're looking for, get creative about what you're seeing, the types of things that you should be looking for, the types of sections that you should be shopping in. So yeah, if you've got any comments, you want to share your favorite thrift store finds, leave those below in the comments. If you'd like to see more of this type of video, please give me a shout out. Let me know that in the comments as well. So let's get started. So let's go through my Half Price Books haul. So I know many of you have probably seen this on Amazon. I had not seen it, or I had not purchased mine. I got it at Half Price Books for $12.49. It's not a super cheap price for this book. You can find it for a comparable price on Amazon these days. But the nice thing about this was that I could actually look through the book and see what I was getting, because you can't really look through it online. They give you kind of the front cover, the back cover, and maybe just like a glimpse inside. And so I saw what stickers were included in this. I saw what the construction of the rest of the book was like. If I don't use the stickers, would I use the rest of the book? Yeah, it's got some really pretty end papers. The backing of the sticker pages is really lovely. So I think I would be able to use this as well. The cover itself is of a good quality, so I could repurpose this into a journal cover later if I wanted to. So I thought that that was a really good buy, and it gave me a chance to kind of try before I buy. So that was worth the price to me. So setting that one aside. Here is where I beeline for. There's 2 sections at Half Price Books that I beeline for, any type of used or discount bookstore. The first one, they have an antique book section, or old books and things like that, and I go there first and I look at their antique books. Now most of the time, yep, they're a little bit expensive, but sometimes they have kind of a clearance section, or things that are old but they're in poorer condition, or they're maybe unique. So I look for things that are old, maybe old enough that the images are something that are more public domain or open copyright that I can use in my digitals, or they've got really unique typography, they're in a foreign language, they've got a great page patina to them, something that might be unique. Once I found a book about Israel, and it was printed in blue, which we don't really find very often. So I thought, well, that was really interesting. And it had a wood cover, a carved wood cover. So I thought that was an interesting find. But the other section I go to is like the super clearance, the closeout section. So this is the stuff that Half Price Books is, they've either got way too many copies of it, it's been hanging out for way too long and they can't seem to get rid of it. Who knows, but for whatever reason, it's back in the super clearance section. So these books you get for way more than half price off. So I go there and you find a lot of you can find a lot of great art books and coffee table books and things like that. And what I love these for is they've got a great paper quality, but like this one, this is 19th century European drawings and sculpture. So, this book is full of just really lovely paintings and images and things like that. So I am going to have some fun with this. This is great collage fodder. So I thought that was a good pickup. This was marked down to $3. I have also found paper packs at Half Price Books in that clearance section. This particular one is a hearts set. It's got all sorts of cupids and hearts and, you know, all sorts of things. It's very vintagey looking. You know, it's shrink wrapped, so I can't exactly get in, but I have actually purchased one of these paper sets from there before, and it's good quality paper. That set was kind of like tattoos through the ages, which I realize is not going to appeal to everybody, but you know, I thought it was really cool and graphic, and I like tattoos, so I picked it up, but maybe it's not your thing. But hearts definitely I thought was more universal, so I picked this one up. Again, this was $3. It's 12 large sheets of quality paper, so this would be like an 11 by 17 size. And then the last book that I picked up this weekend, this was an advertising graphics kind of through the ages, $3. This one, it has got just a lot of, again, drawing. This one's black and white. It's got some graphical pages. It's got kind of some how-to. It's got some gradients. It's got some just different unique and fun things. Ooh, we've got a vellum sheet in here I didn't even see the first time, so that is something that I can definitely use. Look, we've got some typography in here. So advertising books tend to be really great. Graphic design books tend to be really fun. My favorite book find, I think, so far that I've gotten out of that section was a catalog for people that collect fountain pens and antique fountain pens. And it had all of these really fantastic old pen advertisements and diagrams and things like that in it. So just some really fabulous stuff. So collectors catalogs tend to be really cool, especially if it's for antiques and things like that. Advertising and graphics, art books, you know, look for things like that. Also look in the crafting section just to see if there's anything that's paper crafting related. Look in the gardening section to see if you can find any great botanical books. Look in the birding section to see if you can find any great birding books. My issue is that I tend to find a lot more books these days that are, you know, have got photography in them versus illustration. And I like the illustration versus the realistic photography. So the illustrations are harder to find, but they are still out there. So, you know, keep your eye out. All right, that was the books. The rest of the stuff that's non-fabric, well, I do still have a couple of fabric pieces. Now, disclaimer, I actually bought these to wear, but my point is, if you can find great prices on clothes at thrift stores and garage sales, hey, check this out. Look at this lace. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, this fabric is really cool too. You know, don't be afraid to reimagine something that is not intended to be crafting fabric, right? I love upcycling things like this. So I bought this. I bought this dress for myself. It's got all sorts of, you know, pretty embroidery and stuff on it. So I'm going to wear these items at least until, you know, I put a hole in them or I get a stain on them or something like that. But then they're probably going to go in my fabric stash later. So ribbon. I always find great ribbon at the thrift stores and for next to nothing. So these were all marked down to 99 cents, but Goodwill was having their sticker day, so everything with a blue sticker was half price. So do I need this much pink ribbon? No. Might I dye these, you know, some of this a different color or something like that? Yep. But I've got some purple and some burgundy too, but I've also found, you know, tons of different colors there too. So I always just pick up whatever is a non-wired ribbon for my use, because I tend to use a lot of ribbon. makeup bags. Especially since people have been doing the cosmetic subscription boxes and stuff, and every month you get like another makeup bag. And so the stores are getting a lot more of these. So check this out. Oh my gosh. Hello. For my ephemera, right? I'm going to store my stuff, store ephemera, store stamps. These are great for stamps and things, because if you get ink on it, it's like meant to store stuff that's kind of inky and powdery and messy. That's what they're built for, because they're built to store makeup. So it's great. You know, put your glitter, put your ink pads, put your, you know, whatever. Check this one out. It's actually clear. So I thought, well, that's going to be great. So I love these to kind of sort things in, and then I just toss them all in a bin. Is kind of a great way to organize and kind of keep things separated and accessible, but you know, yeah, anyway. So glue, always, if you're like me, you go through glue like crazy. So you know, always look for glue. I don't find Fabri-Tac very often. I certainly don't find our glitter glue, but I do find a lot of Aleene's. I do find glue sticks and some other types of glues and tapes and things like that. So be on the lookout for glue. This was marked down to $1.99, which is half the price of, you know, what it was at Hobby Lobby, which, you know, not a super stellar deal, but any dollar that you save helps. So here I found this was kind of like a grab bag. I haven't even opened it yet. That has got just miscellaneous lace pieces and stuff in it. So let's see what we've got here. Oh, that's really pretty. Like that one. Nice. So far, so good, guys. Look at this one. That's a really beautiful ruffle. That's going to be great for page edging and stuff. Fabric ruffle I don't have to make, right? Oh, let's see. Oh my, we've got some red tassels. Red tassels, 2 of them. Okay. I've got some gold lace that I can weave a ribbon through. I've got some, I don't know what you call this, crocheted maybe? Looks like there may have been some other stuff that got clipped off of it, but this is still kind of cool. We've got a spool of this. Looks to be it's about a yard of really gorgeous kind of a chiffon eyelet. It's a little piece of satin and a piece of what looks to be bridal lace. And let's see, oh, we've got some brown trimmed eyelet and some red lace. Oh, this is I don't know, it's got a snap on it, so some sort of maybe a sleeve cuff or a doll something, I don't know, but it's a ruffled lace. So, and some narrow eyelet ruffle. What do we have over here? Oh, there's a second one of those things. So I'm gonna guess sleeve cuffs maybe. If you know what those are, leave me a comment. What are those? Oh, this is kind of cool. This is this is probably about, let's see what this is, maybe 7 inches wide, just over 7 inches wide. Ruffle, eyelet ruffle. And there's probably about a yard of it. So that all, my friends, was for $1.20. Yay, lace haul. All right, So what else did I find? I picked these up. I thought, well, these are keychains, I know, but I could probably paint those and do something cool with them, and they might be cool dangles. So if you've got any ideas on how I might use these, how we could be creative with this, let me know and we'll make a video about it. This is a pair of fashion straps to sew into a dress, but guess what? I'm probably going to either put them on a journal cover or cut them up into pieces to put them on clusters or on dangles or something. So there was that. I did actually find 2 packages of metallic beads. I found 2 packages of these, they're called coasters. So they're basically stuff that's printed on coaster board and it's die cut. So this one was cute little like buttons and flowers and stuff. And this one has some sentiments that would be cute. And I think, you know, these are hefty enough. You could use these as tuck spots really easily. So I thought those would be good to pick up. Napkins. Anytime I find pretty napkins, I'm gonna pick them up. So here's a package that's got Christmas trees for Christmas. I did find actually a set of scrapbooking paper. I haven't looked into this yet to see what's in here, but it does look like they've got some sentiments and things like that. So I figured for the price, there was probably going to be at least a few things that I could use out of this, or more. It looked like the colors were something that I would use. And worst case scenario, I just sew over it and it's still a good quality paper to stamp on or do some work with my distress inks or something like that on it. So I thought that was a good deal. And by the way, I found this not in the craft section, but in the section for the photo albums and scrapbooks. So don't forget to look there too. Speaking of that same section, that's where I found this calendar. So yeah, this one has got all sorts of just really gorgeous floral pages on it. So I thought that is going to be really pretty to work into some pages as well. And then the final like crafty item that I found in the crafting section were these stick-on letters. And they're printed like with a book page fill, and then they've got like this gold glittery trim on them, and it's 86 pieces alphabet stickers from Recollections at Michael's. So yeah, I found those at Goodwill. And then my final tip for today is don't forget to check out the office supply section. I have found all sorts of really good stuff there. Sometimes I find really good vintage stuff. Not always, but oftentimes I do find stuff like I do find a lot of like specialty Avery labels, cards, things like that in that section. So, which, you know, they're expensive to pick up when you find them at, you know, Office Depot or have to order them or whatever. So, you know, pick up this stuff. I don't know how many is left in here, but it, you know, it still feels like a pretty chunky package. So for the 90 cents that it cost me, I think I've got, oh yeah, let's see, I mean, there's still a good amount in there. And those are good for my laser printer, too. So I'll be having some fun with those. And then I found these too, these invoice forms. So yeah, these are going to be fun to coffee dye and, you know, work into some pages and stuff too. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I have found all sorts of cool stuff. Oh, but this was also 99 cents, and then it was half off because of the because of the sale that day. So, you know, but I have found ledger books in the past. I have found really great, you know, notebooks that have just a really nice patina on them. I found some fun journals. So don't forget to look in the office supply section, especially if you can find Rolodex and Rolodex cards and things like that. I mean, score, right? Sometimes I find cool paper punches and things like that. I always check the craft section. I always look at, you know, what kind of stamps do they have. I found 2 sets of Tim Holtz distress alcohol inks. Or not distress, but just alcohol inks, Tim Holtz alcohol inks. 2 3-packs, brand new in the package. Originally they were, I think, $11 a piece, and they were marked down to $1. So just go often, have a list of the sections you look in, know what it is that you're going to buy, know what it is that you already have in your stash, so you don't buy too much of the same type of things. Like, I've started saying no to certain things because I've already got so much of it. That even if I see it and it's awesome and it's a good price, I might say no, just because I'm kind of running out of space here. So, you know, you got to be judicious that way, but you will build your stash, you know, quickly enough, if you're creative and you shop the right places. Yeah, creativity, I think, is the biggest thing. So learn to look at things in a new way. So anyway, what are your favorite thrifting hauls? What are the favorite things that you've, you know, been able to upcycle or recycle into great junk journal pieces or collaging fodder? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. I go thrifting on a fairly regular basis, so if you'd like to continue to see these videos, you know, give us a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. So, all right, everybody, have a great rest of your day. Bye.